But we're going back. Like literally, we're taking it back.
Way back.
Way back. We're rewinding way back. Get your pencil and start turning the tape.
Welcome to Raised on Rewind, episode number 2.
Episode 2.
Yeah, we're doing. We talk about video games this week.
Love me some video games, man.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of money in the arcade.
Yeah. AI said the best title for this would be From Quarters to Consoles. And I thought that was pretty good. It's pretty clever. And when I Google it, I'm pretty sure there will be 50 other podcasts that have the same title. Shout out. Oh, I did research after we started moving on this. And there are a few other YouTube and podcasts called Raised on Rewind. Obviously, we're the best.
Yes. I thought I was special, but, coming up with a name, but I guess not.
No, actually, it is a great name. And when I did all that research, I looked up. There's a Facebook group called Raised on Rewind. There's a couple of YouTube channels with content that's similar, and also a couple of podcasts. There's a father and son podcast, which is interesting. I didn't listen to it, but I don't really know what that one would be about. I think they're probably maybe he's talking to his son about his generation or something. I don't know. I have to peep it, but a lot of it, it is about the retro culture. I mean, I'm just, it's weird how that name is synonymous with 80s and 90s culture. I guess the word.
I mean, we were raised on cassette tapes, so.
Yeah. So it is a good play on words. That's why I liked it when you first said it, but I did zero research, obviously. I was just like, let's just go with this. Look, we'll own it. We'll take it. Once it starts blowing up, we'll trademark it. And then make sure we get it. Don't want to be like that tendernism guy. Well, the tendernism guy did get his trademark, right? So
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he ain't doing so well.
No, he's doing great. Are you serious?
I thought he wasn't doing so well. I thought his stuff.
The other guy, they kind of boycotted the other guy for letting him go.
Yeah, did him dirty, man.
I know. It's fucked up. I can't imagine like going out like that. But anyway, look, we're here to talk about.
We ain't here to talk about tendernism.
Yeah. We got to talk about what would be good barbecue for back in the 1980s. What was a good Dave's?
Dave's. I don't think Dave's was around then.
What was good barbecue back then?
Yeah, we had like Ribbit. I don't know if anybody remember. Like Ribbit was like you could get barbecue. It was like ribs, or you'd have to go to like a chain, like Fridays or Bennigan's.
Yeah. Bennigan's.
Yeah, right.
Yo,
Houlihan's.
Houlihan's had ribs. Yeah, I remember that. Houlihan's. Chili's, obviously.
I don't think Chili's was back then either. I don't think they had Chili's in the 80s.
Are you sure?
I don't remember it. That doesn't mean it didn't exist.
That they did. I mean, I'm going to look it up
now.
I'm
sure I'll get yelled at. If I'm wrong, I'm sure I'll get yelled at. So.
Yeah, I'm looking it up now. 1975, in Texas. Yeah. It's in Texas.
Yeah, but
too.
It wasn't a. Well, I wasn't living in Texas in 75.
Close enough.
It wasn't a national chain though. Back then,
but it still existed.
It did.
Can't deny its existence. I love Chili's, man. I haven't been there in forever. I used to love the Chili's. And when they put out the Corona salt and pepper shakers, shit's went right in the bag, yo. Like, gone.
That was a thing back in the day. I don't know if you and your friends did that, but
college.
That'll be a future episode. But yeah, stealing stuff from restaurants.
Yeah, I'd still do it today if there wasn't penalties behind it. It's like one of those things you're not going to get caught, but it's still a risk. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
Yeah. We're here to talk about video games because we both kind of grew up in that era where video games were important to our livelihood. Couldn't just sit in front of the TV all day and watch Sesame Street and fucking Reading Rainbow. We had the,
I enjoyed those things, but I did love listen, like I said, I love the arcade. Because they had video games everywhere, right? Like if you went out to dinner with your parents, or with somebody, they had the video games like right in the restaurant. As soon as you walked in, you were basically accosting your parents for quarters, right? Like, yo, can I get some quarters? Can I get some quarters? Be back when dinner's, and when they bring dinner. So
yeah,
they were everywhere.
Yeah, I remember. Go ahead.
I got a funny quick story about arcades. So Me and 3 of my friends. Now, this is how you know you grew up in our generation. Me and my 3 friends, we were like 13, 14 years old, and we found a trip that we could take to Wildwood, New Jersey, and stayed on the boardwalk. It was 4 13-year-old boys. No parental vision, nothing. And our parents were like, yeah, go for it. Literally, they let us stay in a hotel. This is not bullshit, this story. Stayed in a hotel. We were like literally on the boardwalk right next to the arcade. And I spent almost my entire time there trying to pick up girls. And when I couldn't do that, I was in the arcade playing video games for 4 days.
Trying to pick a 13-year-old trying to pick up girls in Wildwood.
Hey, that's right.
I dated this girl that used to visit there. I'd never been in my life. And I'm like, oh, this is where people, it's sort of like a low-end Jersey Shore, right?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't describe it that way. It has a lot more amusements. It's
okay.
You either like Wildwood or you don't. We went just because that's where the bus took us. Like literally, we were on a bus and just freaking took us to Wildwood. So I prefer, the other Jersey points like Ocean City, Ventnor, Margate.
Ocean City is in Maryland, right?
There is an Ocean City, Maryland, and there's an Ocean City, New Jersey.
Okay. Sean goes,
which also had arcades, right?
They all had
loved
arcades.
Walking the boardwalk.
Yeah, arcades were just synonymous with the mall, with everything. That's what all started with this stuff, man. Back in the 1970s, arcades were the thing. The Pong, Atari invented the Pong, right? I think that I saw this whole history of video gaming, how it started with the nickel and penny machines that did the things where you drop it in and then it goes down the little maze and then pushes out a prize or something, or a monkey catches it and throws it, whatever. All this stuff is out there, and it was sort of like the ground building block of the digital version of that, which was things like Pong and Donkey Kong and Mario Brothers and Space Invaders. Those are the big ones in the arcade at that time. So there was it's funny how these big ass boxes had this tiny like, if you ever looked inside an old video gaming machine,
there's nothing in it.
Yeah, the only thing that they had, the biggest part of it was the TV, and this TV projected what this little chip did, and the memory card, all that stuff. The only thing, the mechanism that made the quarters and all that stuff compute was very simple, and a lot of it was just wood and emptiness and hollowness. And those things made hundreds of millions, not hundreds, but they made a lot of money for a lot of people in that time, and it was the building blocks of the Atari and Nintendo, generation. So, what was your first memory? What was your like?
Yeah. So it's funny. I was just going to ask you that. Like, what sparked you wanting to get into video games? For me, or just games, like electronic games? For me, again, my parents were very special. Shout out to my parents. They were very interesting people. In my living room, and this is when I was little, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. We had a pinball machine in the middle of the living room.
Oh, that's wild. That's fire.
It was a Playboy pinball machine.
Is your dad has this?
Of course. I won't get into the reasons why you would have like a big glass table in the middle of your living room where people would be partying. I'm sure you can figure that part out. But yeah, so that was what got me. I loved playing that pinball game. I loved exactly the good kind.
It was like Menace to Society. There was like shooting up and
my house
smoking weed,
definitely the party
poker.
house. My house was definitely the party house. So that's what got me like interested in, because I still to this day love pinball, but
yeah,
that pinball machine kind of was the jump off for me, man. I would play that thing forever.
Yeah, I forgot about pinball. Like when I was doing the research, I didn't think about arcades and pinball and stuff. That was a big part of the 1980s. Skee ball machines and all that. So like those things are still in amusement centers today. I don't know if you've ever visited one of those like Dave and Buster's and stuff. Those things are still there. They've been around for over 50 years.
Yeah,
and they still make money. But my introduction wasn't through like playing at the arcade. I'm a generation younger, so I hit the arcades when there was games like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, all that. And that's the 89, 90, but the arcade scene as it was kind of dead. I grew up straight into consoles basically. My first console was an Atari 2600. So, which is like the lowest. They had another machine, I forgot what it was called, but this was like their high graphic machine before the 7800 took them out and then Nintendo destroyed it. So I had the 2600 and the 7800. I was not a Nintendo kid. I never owned a Nintendo growing up. I
poor thing, man.
I know, dude. I jumped right into Super Nintendo though. But
okay,
I'm jumping way ahead. But my experience was on Atari 2600. I had all the games and the bootleg games. I had the worst game ever made. You know which one it was, right? Come on, you know it's
E.T.
Yes, the worst game ever made.
Worst game ever made.
Ever made. And that shit, bro. I don't even remember. My parents probably got it for free or something like that because it was there. I tried it. That shit was just not playable.
No,
you know. And then all the bootleg games, and this is how Nintendo won these wars, man. Like they had a bootleg title, third party title for everything. They had emulators before emulators were like known. There was so many things that were, that Atari did wrong in that era that led to their demise and led to Nintendo becoming the dominant force in the industry at the time. But that whole like Atari 2600 and anything, I was addicted to it. They had so many games that I used to love to play, like this Kung Fu game. I forgot what the fuck it was called, but all you did was just walk across the street, kicking people in the face, and they disintegrate and more pop out. And it was just crazy and had this cool music. And I could play that all day, man. Like I can remember it. You talk about funny stories. When I got that particular game, I don't remember how old I was, but I wanted to open it up so bad, that it was Christmas Eve, and this is my parents had the video camera. My dad used to love to tape everything. So my mom let us open some gifts early. My sister didn't want to open gifts. So she's like, no, I want to wait till Santa, da da da. And my mom, she goes to her room, slams the door. My dad's videotaping the whole ordeal. And then my mom goes upstairs, go in front of it, yelling at my sister, yelling at her. Like, and then we have this on video, by the way. Pulls her out the room by her hair, screaming at her, come downstairs. They're pulling her out. My sister's crying. I don't want to open my gifts till tomorrow. Open Christmas Day. I'm over there. I want to open my toy. It was so fucking funny. I gotta find it and digitize this and put it on the internet. It's clear child abuse. Both my parents have passed away. The statute of limitations is done. But God rest their souls. That was such a moment. My sister and I actually got on the phone a few weeks ago and laughed about it because I remember we just started cracking up. You ever have one of those moments,
Oh yeah,
where you just have, a family member or your wife or whatever, where just something happens? Like,
yep,
it's so funny. Like, I fell in the tub once on vacation with my wife. And it was just a funny moment because you're both a little tipsy and I'm taking a shower. I held onto the shower curtain, broke it.
Yeah, probably not a good strategy.
Oh my God. Yeah, I fell on my butt. And I'm butt ass naked in the damn shower. My wife walks in, just sees me and starts laughing. And I start laughing. And to this day, we laugh about the near death experience. But we're here to talk about video games. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But those are it's just crazy how these memories can come up with, like Christmases and stuff. Did you ever, in the console era, was there a moment that you got something for Christmas that made sense to you?
Yeah. So my friend, I'll never forget, he got a ColecoVision.
Okay.
And I was just hooked. We played Donkey Kong nonstop. And then I told my parents, I was like, yo, like, my buddy, you got a ColecoVision. I need a video game console. I forget I don't know if it was a birthday or a holiday, but they got us an Intellivision.
Television. Tell us what that is.
That's a gaming console. I love
bring
that
shit
man.
up on the screen. Hold on.
It had like the keypad. It had the little dial for the remote, the little dial on the bottom. It had the buttons on the side, and you could change. Like you would put these cards on top of the keypad, like these overlays to play games. And some of those games were freaking wild. Like you were Dracula in one game and you walked around and basically had to suck people's blood before the sun came up. There was another one called, I think, Microsurgeon, where you would fly into the body and heal disease and like fight off all this. Yeah, fight off all this disease. So I loved Intellivision. So that game, that it was the one on the left. I didn't have the one on the right. So that was the one, and it was
panel.
Yeah, man, everything.
Big baller here.
Intellivision was great. That's what started it. Like literally, besides the pinball machine, Intellivision was the home console. I didn't get an Atari, so Intellivision, and I used to play on my friend's Commodore 64. Right, like we would always play 64. Oregon Trail. Right, like everyone's intro.
You could get. I had Commodore 64s in school, like all the way up to my senior year in high school. We were using Commodore 64s for our creative writing classes and stuff like that. They had little games on. I remember playing some of those games.
Oh no, I had an Apple IIe. That was awesome.
What happened to Commodore? You could buy these on eBay. How much are they? Not too bad. $75?
Nah, not bad.
Oh, this is an
emulator.
Yeah. That's pretty fire, though. The emulator, I mean, honestly, if I wanted to play corded games, I'd fucking buy this.
I'd do the emulator.
I mean, like, this is corded, though. It's like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a box and everything, so.
But Intellivision was dope. I love the games. Yeah. I love the games. But when Nintendo came out, game changer. Game changer. I mean, I remember fighting over getting screen time. I did. I did, but it was weird. At least for me and my friend group, we all played together. So we all sat in like someone's bedroom or someone's living room, and we would take turns or watch somebody play because there wasn't a lot of 2-player games.
Yeah.
So like Mario Brothers, right? So that wasn't 2-player. And do you remember the worst thing that would happen with Nintendo? Well, you didn't own one, so I don't know if this.
I mean, I played it. I had friends. I played Mario Brothers.
So you couldn't save your game, right? So you would pause it, and you would walk away, like you had to go for dinner or whatever, and you'd come back, and it'd be done. Like someone shut off the console. It freaking timed out. It glitched.
The Mario games,
bro.
I mean, the newer ones. Like I remember playing Mario.
I'm talking OG.
OG probably not. Yeah, you had to run through the whole thing, right? I'm assuming. Yeah.
Contra, all that shit, man. It was freaking annoying.
You had to have sessions.
You put the cartridge in and it would like glitch out on the screen. It would be all fuzzy. So you had to take the cartridge out, blow on it.
Yeah.
Put it back in there.
Same with the Atari, yeah. Or you had to clean it with the alcohol swab or whatever. And sometimes you fuck it up and just break or you crack it or something like that. I had so many little cracked games. It's crazy. Like little cracks on the side of the cartridge so it didn't fit properly and it wouldn't hit the connection right. It used to be annoying, bro.
That and the switch in the back of the TV. Remember the old switch? You used to have to put a TV in a game. I forgot about
that. Those two little prongs. The little prongs that you had to hook up to the back. Yep. Oh, my God. Dude. I remember that. And you had to share the prong, like with the VCR.
Yeah.
You know, the old school VCRs. And then you had to flip that switch to put what was UFC or UFC. I don't even remember. We had to flip the switch to make it go to the video game console. You had to put on channel 3. What is the technology behind it? I really think that they could have just made it where it could just turn on. You didn't have to do the channel 3 thing. They just made it that way to make it difficult. All the government. I swear.
I don't know. Was it that difficult? I never actually thought about it as difficult. Didn't know any better back then.
I guess it's like switching the input, I guess, right? Yeah. Maybe because HDMI, now we have inputs on TVs. Yeah, you're right. Maybe it's all different. But you always had to have it on channel 3, even when you hooked up a cable box,
I remember that.
Yeah.
Gosh.
What a time to be alive, my friend.
What a time. What a time. But yeah. The Nintendo was just great. I mean, honestly, until Sega came out, like Nintendo ruled the roost. So
I was bro, I was an oddball when it came to the consoles. So yeah, I never had a Nintendo, but I got a Super Nintendo. But in between the 7600 that I had and the Super Nintendo, I had a TurboGrafx 16. You remember TurboGrafx?
Uh-huh.
That console slept on like a mug. Bonk's Great Adventures, Legendary Axe. I still got one that works. It's in the garage somewhere. I saw it when I was moving. I remember that my dad used to love playing games too. And he used to play the baseball game on there with me, and I knew all the little cheats and stuff. And I just beat his ass every time. He never got it. And he played by himself. Like, he'd be obsessed with playing by himself. I don't know if your parents got into video games or ever.
No, never.
Yeah, my dad used to be obsessed playing like these baseball games on there. He used to like playing them. He got good at it, but he can never beat me. He beat my ass in regular sports, but not video game sports. But like that shit was it was like great family time. Like for real. Like we were able to bond over that stuff, but also kind of, it wasn't like a distraction like how video gaming is today. You know what I'm saying? Like you think about like people really play video games and get nothing accomplished. Like there's nothing. You play by yourself. You're either playing, and then you're playing online with a bunch of freaking, incels and stuff, and you get radicalized somehow, and that's the end. You know what I mean? Then we don't have, like you said, the socialization. You used to be sitting around with your friends and playing all the time and doing things of that nature.
You wanted to finish the game. Like the goal was to win the game, and I feel like now I still game. I still play video games.
Hey, me too.
I don't really play the campaigns, or I don't really play games that are not online, right? If I'm not, that's another way to play virtually with other people. But back then, like literally, you wanted to finish the game. That was the objective, and you just were compelled to do it.
Yeah. And you had, your friends with you for the most part.
Yeah. Well, you had to prove that you finished it, right? They were the proof that it happened. Or if everyone took turns, you all, kind of finished the game together.
Yeah.
So, or sports. If you were playing a sports game, we used to play. What was the hockey game? I forget what console it was, but we played hockey all the time on there. Everyone wanted to be, the great one.
Yo, I forgot the name of that game. I know what you're talking about. Classic video game.
That was a huge.
I know
one.
The one with they used to get in the fights in the middle of the ring. And
yeah.
I mean, a ring.
The rink.
Was it ice hockey NES? I had this one hockey game where it was on TurboGrafx. No, I think it was NHL.
Yeah, 94? I think it was. Yeah, NHL 94.
Yeah, I think I had that game. Oh yeah, look at that. Is that Ovechkin? I mean, I'm looking at this NHL 94 sport. This guy looks like Ovechkin. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't even have it on the screen.
But I mean, this game, as far as sports games go, I mean, this game was amazing.
Yeah, I remember this. Yep, you used to get in the fights, and then they do a zoom in, like when the play.
Yeah, they drop the gloves, right?
And they'd be fighting. And
you actually would fight. So
it looked like Mike Tyson's Punch Out a little bit at that point of the game. Look at the graphics,
which was another great game. Yeah, I mean, back then, this was amazing. I mean, you were just like, wow,
life was good.
When you had to center the puck, oh man, that's just.
They have a whole website for this shit.
This game, I'm telling you, I think this had to have been like one of the best hockey video games ever made.
I mean,
like, I'm not even looking.
I mean, like from a fun perspective, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but literally, this was. To this day, I remember that game. I can't remember any other hockey game, but I remember this one. It's like Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah. I remember I played old school Madden. Anything old school Madden and all that stuff. It was so easy. Once you figured out the 2 or 3 plays that you needed, you were done. Oh, and then NBA Live. All right, this is going now. We skipped a couple of generations, people. Now we're in the Super NES, and probably that Super NES.
Well, before you go into did you have any of the other consoles? Like, did you have did you have Sega Genesis? You said you had a Super NES. Excuse me. Did you have a PlayStation?
No, I didn't get a PlayStation until, which one do I have now? The PlayStation 5. I bought a PlayStation 5 to play one game, and I played it once.
Did you have a Nintendo 64?
No, my friends did.
Sega Saturn, like probably one of
Sega.
The
Never
best.
owned a Sega. So even when I had the Super NES, bro, I didn't have Super Mario World. It didn't come the console my parents. You remember used to come with Super Mario World? They bought it like years after, and it was just like, just because everybody had it, and they stopped giving it away with the system. I never had Super Mario World. That was the only game. I used to go to the mall, and in Macy's. Now Macy's used to have an electronics department. People, they used to have electronics. They used to have all this stuff in there, and they used to have. Remember back in the day, you go to like electronics store, Best Buy, whatever, and they'd have like a video game
Circuit
system
City
set up, Circuit City. PC Richards, I don't know if that was in your area, but you go in there and you get to play the video games. They had one of the consoles out, and they always had the title that came with it. I used to sit there and play Super Mario World all the time. Like when I go to the mall, if I didn't have no quarters for the arcade, I go right to Macy's, and there'll be a couple kids waiting with their parents. Like their parents are shopping, their moms come get them, or they'll be playing the game, and I'm sitting there. I play the game. They had a 3DO. Was that what the system 3DO? You remember that system? It's Panasonic.
I think.
Dog, they had the craziest games for that shit. They were all like these 3D games, but they were just really DVDs. They were old school DVDs, and all they were movies that had sort of an interactive function to them. So you tell the characters what to do with the controller. So it's sort of like a remote. So you tell it like, okay, move to the left and do this, and it would do that, and then it moves on with the game. But if you chose something else, it'll do something else, and it'll go the other way. But it was just like you were watching a movie and telling you what to do. There was really no, like, you weren't moving the characters. It was just them, because these were live action games, sort of. And some of them were live action. They had other ones that were cartoons. But, that system flopped, obviously. They only had, like, a few titles, and it was really stupid. Yeah.
Well, but so for me, when I broke up with Mario Brothers, right, it was when the Sega Genesis hit and Sonic came out. Like Sonic became Sonic was a good game. It was fast, had cool sounds, and who doesn't love a hedgehog? So, but Sega just kind of, I feel like, surpassed at that point the Nintendo game console. I don't know. The games were better. You had Sonic, you had Streets of Rage, you had Golden Axe, you had, Mortal Kombat, which...
They had Mortal Kombat on Super NES, but it wasn't as good.
I don't think it... Did they have it at the same time?
I had it, yeah. I had it. And they had it on Game Boy. Don't forget about the portable console. The Game Boy, man.
We're still in the 90s, though.
We're still in the 90s.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of... PlayStation came out in 94. I think, right?
Yeah. Well, that PlayStation took gaming to another level, I thought, too. But... On the Genesis, did you ever play like NBA Jam? I mean, they still had NHL 94.
Yeah, 1994. Holy shit.
But they had one game that was it. I don't know why I love this game, Toe Jam and Earl.
Yeah, I remember that. Yo,
like the rapping alien.
Can I ask you a question? So they kept making the PlayStation until 2006. I'm just looking up the history. I'm putting this on the screen. That is crazy. So, sorry. The run of PlayStation 1994 to 2006. Sorry, that's a crazy run. 2006.
That is a crazy run.
That's when they came out with PlayStation 2. 2006.
Dang, I didn't realize that the PlayStation 1 lived that. I mean, I still in my storage unit, I still have my original. I mean,
2000. Sorry.
That's still a good run here for a console.
But they still made PlayStations up until 2006, it says here. I'm on their this is the PlayStation.com website. So basically they made consoles used to change every 10 years, right? At some point.
It was nothing moved at the speed that we move now, right? Like they weren't releasing new consoles as often as although think about it, they still don't release a lot of new consoles, right? Well, like PlayStation 5 has been out 5 years? We're going on for 5 years now. No,
they released the same time. It's been more than 5. This is 6 year 6. Yeah, they came out around
the Xbox console too.
Same time. They came out right at the pandemic. I remember because I had my PlayStation, Xbox One. I bought the Xbox One S, and then I got this thing. And I have two of them. I have like they came out with a few different versions of the
like a Slim and
the PlayStation. But the PlayStation and the Xbox are pretty advanced now that they just can't make games. Like the games that they have right now are good enough for at least another 2 or 3, 4 years maybe until some kind of new computing thing. And with I don't think they're going to move too fast in a new console with the world being the way it is.
I just don't think you need it. I think the biggest challenge is, and again, I'm sure someone will correct me, but storage, right? You have to hook up an external drive, or you need extra storage because the games are massive.
And, I know.
And it's, I guess I kind of miss physical media, right? Like
that's a big debate.
Going out, buying the game, loading it in. Now you got to download it, wait a couple hours. So I used to not camp out, but I would always go for the midnight releases of games that were coming out. So when Call of Duty came out, I was waiting in line, like literally waiting in line because I wanted to jump online ASAP to get playing. So
I was the guy who rented games from Blockbuster. Now I know we've talked about this. This is definitely from our era. Were you the one that was saying that they used to rig the games, that it was a little harder? Was that you that said that? Or somebody told me
no,
somebody told me yeah, one of my friends we were talking about this, and they said that the games were kind of rigged so they would be a little more difficult when you rented them, so you'd keep renting, or extend the date of your rental. And I've
never heard that.
Dude,
that's crazy.
Might be a thing. I don't know. I'm not. Somebody tell us in the comments if you're watching this. But I used to sit there and rent games. I don't remember what games exactly, but there were games that I couldn't afford. And like you say, you can't afford them, but then I'm like, we're renting this for like $3 a day, and then it racks up or something. It was like $2, $3. I don't even remember how much they used to charge. But new releases and stuff, I wanted to play them, and we'd go to the store and we'd rent them with the movies because we used to do Blockbuster runs, man. I remember we used to get 3, 4, 5 videos, man. Like it'd be a thing in my family.
Yeah.
And we have a bunch of videos. When are we gonna bring them back? My dad was like, "Oh, we gotta return that back." I remember we rented Basic Instinct with Sharon. They knew there was pussy in that movie, yo. My parents knew that shit, and that shit was sitting in my room and shit, yo. They knew what they like. I don't know. I mean, look, it's a different era.
Different
man.
back
different
then, man.
Back
it was
then.
just
like,
different.
They didn't. People did not know how to approach the topic of sex with their children. So they're like, let the movie show them. Let the fucking Sharon Stone and whoever, Madonna. Remember Madonna? There was a movie she's in, banged down on some car. I forgot what the hell the name of that movie was. But that was the first.
Desperately Seeking Susan?
No. This is a darker movie. This is that's the first time I ever seen Madonna naked. Look, kids, don't look up Madonna now. You'll be scared.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I don't know what happened to Madonna, but
I mean, she's done an appropriate amount of surgery to keep her.
I don't know. I think her and Little Kim go to the same plastic surgeon with all that ass.
She got a BBL?
I think so.
Oh wow, we gotta have a Madonna episode, yo. That shit, that's fire. It's a good era. I mean, I loved her.
Yo,
music. I still do.
I saw Madonna in concert. I saw.
Oh wow,
Like a Virgin tour.
Oh my god. This guy, you were just swimming
CNC
in all the
Music Factory opened up.
CNC Music Factory. Look at this. This is crazy, man. You were over sexualized when you were a child, man. You saw it all before you was of age.
You are absolutely right.
Catch up, man.
You are absolutely correct. But we're not here. So
when you catch your first body.
Like for real? 12.
No, not killing someone. When you lose your virginity? 12. Okay.
12. Yes. 12.
Yeah, I was a late bloomer, man. I ain't until I was probably like.
Let's just say it was a weird situation. That's a whole other episode.
Right.
That's a crazy story.
He was on Epstein Island when it happened.
Yeah, right. No. I was the abused, not the abuser.
I know. It's crazy.
But was there a game that you used to play with that you would play I don't know. Like back in the 90s, I was older, so we were already smoking weed at this point. And there was one game. You ever play Echo, the dolphin?
I heard about it. I never
Yo,
played it, though.
we used to get baked and just swim around.
That was in
as a
Sega,
dolphin.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super chill. That game was so chill. I still remember it. Stupid game, but
a lot
chill.
of stupid games.
Yeah, that's true.
There are a lot
Earthworm
of stupid
Jim.
games, Earthworm Jim. Mario
Great humor
Paint.
in that.
I thought Mario Paint was stupid.
Shinobi.
Shinobi
Love
was
Shinobi.
Shinobi. Oh man, I gotta bring back. I can't remember Bonk's Adventure on TurboGrafx. I used to play that a lot. It's hard to get the controls. Yeah, TurboGrafx is an interesting system, man. If you ever get into it, that system was one of the more complex ones. The gaming on it. NEC, they're a Japanese company. They made some great titles.
I haven't heard of NEC in a while.
They used to make phones too. There's a couple of phones.
I remember it.
I had a couple of their phones. They had some good technology. It's good stuff, man.
We'll have to do a cell phone episode.
Oh my god, I was a cell phone guy. Actually, I didn't get my first cell phone until 1999, so I was the tail end of. But I mean, still,
man.
I mean,
I had a pager.
I'm gonna break the rules.
Freaking pager was great.
Early 2000s. We gotta put early 2000s in this too, because that was a time too, man. 2000. Let's cut off at 2005.
All right.
Right when Young Jeezy and Gucci Mane came out. Gucci
Mane.
Yeah. But like that whole the whole video game era for me was so memorable. Like when you're talking about friends, the titles I used to play. I think it was Super Mario Bros. 3. You know where they had
where he turns into a little
tail and stuff.
That's 3.
Yeah,
that's the best Mario game ever.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I had a friend of mine. We used to play that shit at his house all the time. We slowly drifted apart though during elementary school days, going into junior high. There's differences, man. This is weird. Growing up in Long Island, New York at that time, I learned a lot about the culture, the difference in culture between city kids and kids on Long Island. And I mean, a lot of us that grew up in the city, like, I'm not bringing up old stuff, but when you say back then, I did not see color, like legitimately did not understand what that meant as a child, because I grew up, again, when we talked about it, it was, I grew up to Catholic school in the late 80s, whatever. And I had black kids, white kids, Asian kids, all in the same class, and we never talked about shit like that. It wasn't a thing. It was just, oh yeah, we're in school. We're just doing what we do. I move out to Long Island. These people act like they never seen a black person before, and all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, I'm the black kid in class, and I didn't know what that actually meant, right? And it was weird. Like it just, and it made me, dude. I was so confused. I was running around talking about I was Russian. I used to say I was Russian. Like, I didn't know what that meant. I'm so fourth grade, bro. Me and my
Пожалуйста. That's we done.
Because I didn't know what that, dude. I was so confused, just confused as fuck. And I didn't really get a reality check until I started like seeing my sister move, because she got picked on a lot. She was in junior high at the time. That's like the worst form of the formative years, because you're going into like womanhood. She was at least getting her period, her fucking acne, and her hair was all weird. Like she had curly hair and then straight. It was all weird. Like her body was changing. So she went through it. To this day, she has like biases that I can't even tell you about. But seeing her go through that, and then she turned full on black activist. Like all about it, big into hip hop, Public Enemy, all this shit, drifted away, and I think to her benefit, it helped her out, like growing up and navigating through life. I had that early experience with these kids, thinking that I was one thing and not really knowing, because I assimilated well, and I say assimilated in the worst possible way. I just kind of went with the flow and didn't really realize it till after I left school. And then I started like getting into more social circles with black people, because I did fall into the crowd, like the hip hop crowd, because it's still New York, right? And it's like, kids was listening to rap music on Long Island. They was like, they were all, like Beastie Boys and shit. But I was listening to like underground. It was like all the white kids thought it was cool, because like, oh shit, he's listening to this Gangstar and shit. What is Gangstar? Public Enemy, like, oh, I know Vanilla Ice and all this. They didn't know like and I'd bring all the little real hip hop shit on the school bus, and kids used to fuck me because I used to DJ and all that stuff. So it was fun, but I didn't realize that a lot of the things that were being said behind the scenes until Facebook came around in 2016, and I saw all these kids. That era. Facebook era. But that's a whole other podcast about this stuff.
But it's interesting about what you're saying, right? Not to take it down that.
No, you got
it. But if you compare this to gaming consoles, literally Nintendo was like vanilla, and then Sega had attitude. There was like an attitude with the Sega console. So
it was like punk rock. You had the Sonic the Hedgehog with the spiky hair and shit. I'm serious,
right? There was like some. There was
more colors,
more attitude with it. Yeah. So I feel like there. I don't know if there was. I can't remember. There were people that sided with Sega versus. Was there a whole Nintendo versus Sega? Like, did people not share in the same circles? Like, hey, you play Nintendo, I can't chill with you. I'm going over here with my Sega boys or Sega fam, whatever.
Now,
I don't remember that.
You can look this up. I did watch a whole document. There was a literal marketing rivalry between the two companies at one point where they were just breaking down how powerful the Sega was versus Nintendo. But ultimately, Nintendo won because Game Boy took a lot of the market share because of the portability of it.
Made it portable, man.
The thing with Nintendo, and this is why to this day, even the Nintendo Switch, the games are reliable, addictive, and give, like Pokemon. To this day, there are grown people I know that still play Pokemon. Grown people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. So I got my Switch right here. Like literally, I keep it on my desk. Yeah.
You play that shit?
It's great. I do all the time.
I have not touched my Switch 2 yet. I played one game.
This
I put it
Donkey Kong game is great.
Is that the one that came with it? Did
it? I forget. The Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's a great game.
I don't know. I haven't played.
Super challenging. It's good.
Sitting over there. I bought one for my niece, and I bought one for me. She wanted a new Pokemon game. I think she just got it last year. It came out in October. I bought mine, and I've been asking her what good titles are there, but I didn't play my first Switch. Why the hell am I buying another one? Why am I wasting like $600? and I thought to myself, I have a friend at work that plays this shit too, and they were telling me, yeah, get the Farm Crossing and all this stuff. I'm like, what? Like, man, I'm just gonna play my Call of Duty. That's all I play. And there's some games I want to try, but like I really felt, and this is what going back to how we landed here. Back in the day when we played these games, there was a sense of community around them because you actually had to get together to play them. Now, like to your point, we be out there like just talking to our friends online, Xbox Live and PlayStation Connect or whatever they call it, and you don't have that because you can sit there and say whatever you want. I've gotten to so many beefs. I lost. Friendships were. We just really beefing over dumb shit because you could just say whatever you want, and you're playing in this team setting that's not resettable. You're playing a bunch of people, so it becomes very competitive, right? I don't know if you play Call of Duty like Warzone or anything, but you play Warzone. You should get on.
I used to, yeah.
Oh shit!
I used to
get on. Me and my boy Kenny, we play all the time.
I haven't been. I actually I was playing the other day Call of Duty 7. I just don't love it. I like 6 better, but
I don't even know. I have the game. I just don't play. I just play Warzone. But those games were just, back in the day were just fun because of that sense of community and teamwork and all that. Now when you say teamwork, it's like you're trying to beat another team on the other side. And yeah, if you fuck up, because there's always one guy that's not better than the next guy.
And the trash talking's different now. I feel like the trash talking is just much more aggressive.
Yeah, when you're online now, because you don't know who's on the other side. Everybody's a keyboard warrior. That's what they call them, right?
So funny story about that. Mm-hmm. So I got my first Xbox, I think, back in 2002. Mm-hmm. Or when it first came out, maybe 2001. I remember the first time Xbox Live hit. And oh my god, the game was Mech Assault. And you were like in some kind of robot and you were shooting things up and you would play other people. It was great. and you could play online. But talking to people online was such a weird thing. Like playing video games and hearing people talk to you, it was just bizarre.
Yeah.
For the first time. But that Mech Assault game, like that was the jump off. I mean, then Halo hit and game over, right? Like Halo had everyone in a chokehold, especially if you got the freaking sword. Did you ever play Halo?
I played Halo. I did a little bit, but not like it wasn't my thing. No.
Oh man, the dude with the sword or the person that got the sword just would go and like kill everybody. You could never kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Sucked. But anyway, so Mech Assault, then Halo. Just I liked online gaming. It kind of brought me back, but then it took a turn. Like everyone just turned like so aggressive online, like screaming at you, yelling at you.
Mm-hmm.
There was no sense of community anymore. It was just a big trash heap of, garbage.
Yeah. Nowadays it's around streamers and shit and whatever. Back when we were growing up, it was remember that Nintendo magazine?
Yeah,
they had. It always came out once a month. It had tips in it for all the games.
Yeah,
and previews of the new games,
cheat codes,
all that stuff. Yeah, there's no cheat codes, and if there are, like, are you gonna bother to go get them? Like, no, I'll buy the DLC. That's all.
And now you could just literally watch someone on YouTube finish the game or pass a particular section that there's a different level of trying to figure it out. So that I feel like that was part of it absolutely was part of the fun, was trying to figure out how to win the game. And when you got the cheat code AB up down whatever, start select, it was fun, but you also kind of lost some of that. Hey, you really got to figure out how to beat this game. And some of them were just like, they felt unbeatable. Like Punch Out, I could never get past Mike Tyson. I just couldn't do it. Like he would hit me and I'd just be done. Like Punch Out was one of those games I just could never get past Mike Tyson. I could never get the sequence down.
Oh yeah, you had. I remember playing. I never really got anywhere with that game. Mortal Kombat. I remember I had all the cheat codes for that.
Yeah, because and that's the Easter eggs in the games were awesome. Finding those Easter eggs, for all my computer programmers out there, hopefully you get that reference. But yes, the Easter egg in the game was just great. Like you would just stumble upon it, or by accident, you were like, "Oh my god, how did that happen?" Why, like literally. So
like Mario had,
where you find the secret world, right? Like it was just very immersive. So
games are like that now. It's just hard to.
Maybe it's just because we're older, but I don't see the draw for like I said, doing campaigns and actually playing the game.
Yeah. Well, for us, people who actually are into these things can play them multiple times. And I don't want to get. I'm not trying to stray too far off our generation, but the last game I played like fully all the way around was Fallout 4. And there's a ton of different endings and all that stuff. I played every ending, and it took me. This is how long I played that game for, from 2016 to 2020. I played it all the way up until they had a new one, and I think it was Fallout 76 they came out with in 2020. Now I played that game for 4 years, and I never got bored of it. I built every house I could build. I had every body armor you could have. I went through every different ending multiple times. I love the game. And now I can't even look at it. Like Call of Duty has destroyed my brain. It's just, the quick run and gun shit. It's fun.
Well, did you play any of the early run and guns like Doom or Quake? Like PC console games? No?
I did Duke Nukem. Played Duke Nukem. That shit was fun. So we had funny story. So after school, we had a computer club, and they had all the best computers in here. So it was just a computer room with the best computers at the time. And we all played Duke Nukem on there, and it was some kind of like downloadable version. You only play one level, but you could play with other people in the room on the network that we had. So I used to play that shit all day after school with some nerd kids. It was so weird. I used to be like with the jocks, the nerds, like the literal nerds, and then the smart kids because I was in all the accelerated classes. Then I was with the hip hop kids, so I was kind of in every little social circle. And like these nerds were like the coolest nerds I ever been around. Like these are like the nerd that pick your nose, pimples, all that shit. Like these are literal Revenge of the nerds. They were cool as fuck, man. They showed me my first piece of like porn, all that stuff, man. They was doing they was like, yo, look at this. And then, remember how long it took for an old computer to download a picture?
Oh yeah,
like you see, picked line.
I know, it's great. The anticipation, it's edging right there.
Yo, dog, they sent me an email of some naked John, and it was so funny because there was a literal teacher in there looking over your shoulder every time. She's like, "What are you looking at?" I'm like, "Oh shit!" And I'm like trying to close it, and the shit's downloading. So you see the fucking like each line of the picture coming up because it was that slow. Oh man, what a time! Yo, it's these kids got it so easy now, man. It's so fucking. I mean, I would not trade the experience for the world, but I wouldn't want to relive it at the same time because it was just if I had the same like mental that I have now, meaning knowing what I know now and having this iPhone in my pocket that could do everything for me, going back to that would be fun for a day, but I would probably kill myself if I had to live like that. I just can't. I'd rather have nothing.
Speaking of killing yourself, was there one particular game, whether it was in the arcade or on console, that just frustrated you to know of it? Like the most frustrating game you ever played?
There was one, I forgot the name of it. It was one of these bootleg games of mine, the Atari 7800. I forgot the name of it though. Oh man, I can't remember it for the life of me.
Dragon's Lair for me.
Dragon's Lair?
Dragon's Lair. Do you remember? It was a cartoon. You could literally play, and if you didn't hit the button at the exact right time, it just took you. I spent so much money trying to play that game in the arcade. That game still to this day gets me aggravated.
Was that one of like, it was sort of like an animated like Disney?
Yeah, it was like a cartoon. It literally looked like a
big
cartoon.
Ass, like
screen. 1983. Like way back, like this was cutting edge for 1983. It literally, to me, it was the most frustrating game. I get frustrated just thinking about it. So it was like, it felt like you were watching a movie and you were interacting with it. So it really had the storytelling and the animation.
Oh my God, I remember forward. This. Yep, I remember this game. I remember this. This came out in 1983.
I think so.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, this was revolutionary back then, if you think about it.
I think this is the game I was thinking of, where it was just like a motion and you just hit buttons. And
and I always thought it was a scam. At some point, I was like, "Gosh, you can't win this game. Like literally, it's impossible to play."
Hold on.
I mean, it's pretty cool even today. This game, like if you were to look at it today, you wouldn't have thought it came out of the 80s.
Don't want to get the copyright, but this is the game itself on the arcade. Oh yeah, look at that shit.
I mean, look at that. It's literally
it was a cartoon. But you couldn't
still you had to hit the button at the right time. So it wasn't the most like difficult as far as like skill set. You just had to have an amazing reaction time for this game.
So this came I think this came out on the 3DO console.
It did hit console. I just don't remember. I never played it on console. Only arcade. Wow, but that game just frustrated me to no avail.
You said it came out initial release 1983 Super.
I don't know when it hit console, obviously.
Let me see 3DO. Yep, here it is. Yep, did come out on 3. I knew it. Yeah, 3DO game review. I knew it. I used to play this. I played this at the fucking Macy's. Too. They had the 3DO set up in there. Yeah, same shit. But all it was a cartoon, and you had to hit the button to make them do the certain things, right? Yeah, this game sucked. And this thing like broke your brain, huh?
It absolutely broke my brain. It was frustrating because it was a very cool visuals, just interactive game, and I could never hit the button. I guess I have shitty reaction time.
Remember Neo Geo?
Why do I remember that? Tell me more.
It was they had the let me show you.
Neo Geo.
Yeah, man. They had they had an arcade version, but they had an arcade game, but it was like the highest powered console in the 90s. I had a friend that had it. So these are it was okay, so it had multiple titles in one game box. So you could pick a game and play it. So you'd have I don't know, they had like 3 or 4 they had 4 titles, it looks like, on this one. But SN came. But the games were like, as far as graphics were concerned, were the best graphics of the time. But the console itself, it had the 24-bit graphics.
Yeah, I never played that.
Yeah, it was pretty powerful for what it was.
For 4 games. I mean, I remember the control reminds me of.
The controller was crazy. You see this controller?
Well, no, I'm saying, yeah, that, but I mean, that's nuts. I mean, back then, that's crazy.
Yeah, this is the home version, though. They had it, you could bring it home or whatever. You got to remember, back in the day, bro, these games, they weren't that, like these arcade games, when, like I said in the beginning of the pod, they weren't that complicated. It was just a little thing that the circuit box. A lot of this stuff was very compact, and you could play it at home if they put it in the right packaging.
Yeah.
But yeah, this thing, man, it had Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting, Twinkle. What was the game?
Ooh, look at that price! Holy crap!
Oh yeah, $700.
$650.
Oh yeah, you had to be a rich kid.
That's crazy.
There was one kid on my block that had it. Yeah. Yo, in 2020, that'd be $1,500 game system. $1,500. That's wild. Nobody's buying
crazy.
It. Nobody. And the games out.
Yeah, how much were the games?
Oh, the games were a couple hundred a piece, I think.
That's insane. Insane.
I think that's what they went for. $650.
No wonder it failed.
Well, it did. Yeah, 200. Yeah, games launched at $200 and up. Yep. Very niche market. I remember one kid had it, but they had some games. But the crazy part, you could go. This is the way the arcade game looked. Look, all they had the cartridges in there. I'm just telling you, bro. Arcades were a scam. Everybody, if you grew up in our era, I can't imagine. Oh, let me tell you. Okay, the game, now that I think about it, the game that stumped me the most was the Simpsons arcade game. Now, I had a cheat code.
Simpsons arcade game.
So there was a cheat code when we used to go to Flushing, Queens, my family, and they owned a property there. We'd spend a day there maybe every couple of weeks. So we'd go out there, do lunch and all this stuff. There was an arcade at, I think, this dry cleaners or something that had the Simpsons game in it. And the thing was glitched. So I was able to put a quarter in and like get infinite plays, because I don't know what they had it set on, but it was broken, and not broken, but like set to where you could put a quarter in, and if you hit restart, it just restarted automatically. And a lot of kids didn't know that. So people would just be like, damn, I died, and walk away. I just hit their game and just start playing again. But the game was difficult. I remember when there was like certain levels where like Marge she had like the octopus, vacuum. Wait, no, there was like you fought some octopus thing. I think you could beat it with Marge with her vacuum and stuff. I don't know. They need to make a Married with Children game. That would have been great.
What are you gonna put people? It would go along with our sneaker content. So there you go. You
could selling shoes, Al Bundy,
fitting people with shoes.
Yeah, I was watching a lot of Al Bundy clips yesterday. I got into that algorithm, but it was just fun, man, talking about this stuff, man.
I don't know if that we should do a show's episode too, because some of that stuff we watched, man, I don't know if it would fly today.
I mean, it's just cool to talk about, and it's all over the internet. So a lot of the clips, just to close out on this, 3 of the clips I created got kicked off of TikTok. 2 of them.
Really?
Yeah. The one about me setting the fire in the house. So apparently that's a violence invoking violence, violent trends, all this stuff. It got kicked off, and the other one about the garden, the lawn darts and stuff. Again, another violent one. That was on TikTok, by the way. The other ones,
mine didn't get booted off of TikTok, and I talked about the.
I'm telling you,
lawn darts.
Our TikTok account is fucked, and the new one I created is fucked too. I'm just gonna ride with it. I might just go back to the old one because it's easier to remember the name. It was raised by reason. I kept it open because I'm gonna keep the name, obviously. But yeah, the other one raised on Rewind Pod.
Just contact customer support. They're super great.
No, it's still there. I just have to figure out which one. I'm
sarcastic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but
post on both.
Yeah, shout out to everybody who has been. We've only put out one episode. I know a lot of friends and family are supporting at the moment, but I did see a couple of stragglers leaving comments on YouTube, obviously, which is pretty cool. A couple of people left comments on the convenience store thing. So apparently a lot of kids, their parents used to make them run in and get cigarettes too. A couple of comments
all the time, man.
Shout out to y'all. We're just trying to do something fun here. This is a couple of old dudes trying to relive our past because our lives are so miserable now.
That's right.
Just kidding. I love my
paying life. For all these bad decisions.
Oh my God, I've been paying for bad decisions since I turned 40. Just bad decision after bad decision. Financial ones. Life has been good though. One thing you gotta look forward to besides looking back, the coolest thing about looking backwards, that's part of growing old, is that you look forward to looking backwards, I guess. Does that make sense? Like remembering stuff.
Yeah. Nostalgia takes you to a good place, and when you're living in dark places, nostalgia.
We're living the dream right now, aren't we? We're just living the dream. This is great.
Problem is nightmares are dreams.
I can't. So. Yeah, you know what's funny? As I escape from the reality of life more so, I just kind of like my coping mechanism is just like, yo, man, I've lived 40 some odd plus years, almost 50, 47 years this year. You're 52, right? Something like that, 51, 52. I mean, we did a lot of good living. I just feel bad for the people that probably won't have the opportunity to live as much life or live as good as the life if we had for the amount of time we had to enjoy it. So I don't really care about shit no more. Fuck it. It's just gonna happen. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess. I don't know.
Put rims on my car today. It was fun.
There you go. Hey.
Rims. Hubcaps.
Changed out your shoes. Changed out them shoes.
Yo, my man. Yo. It's off topic, but I don't know. What I said, did those look good on that car? I mean, I like it.
They do.
You like
it's different.
You're a car guy.
It's different. It's different. It's different.
Yeah. I don't want it to be too eye-catching. I just wanted to cover up the fucking scratches on the rims.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. You don't like it. It's not like you're stuck with it. You can always take them off.
No, I like them. I just don't want people looking at it. But they're going to look anyway, right? That's what they do.
They're going to look because it's different.
It's different, yeah. And then
why don't you want people looking? I don't understand.
Well, the whole point is for people to look, right? When you do something that funny.
Yeah, that's why you drive what you drive.
Well, no, I mean that. Yeah, I bought it for the looks. It's a good looking car, but now it's like even more outlandishly good looking. In my own I like the way it looks.
It's all that matters, man. You're the one that's got to drive.
I don't want people looking at it though, and then asking. Then you have to stop in like parking lots and shit. When you park it and somebody pulls up next to you or sees it, and they be like, "Oh, yo, where'd you get that?"
I talk to everyone that stops me that wants to ask me about my car. That's why I go to car shows. I like talking to people about cars.
It's different. They're not talking about your hubcaps. They're talking about your engine or your,
you never know, man.
They're car people. These are just idiots who see some shit on your wheels. People, if you don't know, I bought these things called, you can look them up. They're called Halo Black hubcaps. They're for Teslas. And I have a Model S, and I wanted to cover up all the scratches. And these are aerodynamic. They add a couple of more miles of range to your car.
How do you have scratches on your wheels? I don't understand this.
Oh, so Tesla rims are notorious for sticking out. So when you hit the curb, it doesn't, it scratches the tire, but it also scratches the rim. Like badly. Like my rims are disgusting. Like they are.
Doesn't that thing self-park?
Yeah, but I don't use that, and I never had it. You have to pay for that, but that's part of the self-driving package that you pay for.
Got you.
Yes, it could self-park, but when you're driving, I've been driving that car for 4 years almost now, and the rims have gone through the ringer when driving in the city and stuff in DC and whatnot. So, yeah, the rims are severely scratched on all sides. My wife, especially when my wife's driving, she is curb rash queen. So, yeah, that's all that damage.
Yeah, that'd be a bad day in my house. That's all I can say.
Oh, if the rims got messed up.
Oh yeah, bad day.
For you or the wife, if she did it, or if you did it?
For me, I would. Accidents happen, but
how much do rims cost?
A lot.
If you scratch them, whatever.
I get them fixed. I'll get them repaired.
I don't care.
Yeah,
about all that shit.
They're like $2,200 a rim.
My wheel sets. If I bought new rims and wheels, it would be like $4,000.
Yeah.
That was like $500 a rim and a tire.
I gotta spend that for like tires.
They just charge. You know why they charge more? Because of the car. Yeah, it's not. It's the same rubber that they put a Honda Accord on.
It's a big tire. It's a big 22-inch, big 35, like big tire.
It's all marketing. They just get.
It's a 30. I mean, this shit's like 30 Porsche inches. Size. Yeah,
big,
like this way. It's like fucking.
It's a big tire.
Wide.
It's like you're driving the monster truck.
It's a beast.
You gotta get rid of that shit, man. Get yourself in a nice Hyundai Excel. You'll be happy. Save you a lot of money.
Funny story. You can cut it out, but
I'm gonna keep it.
When we were driving, when we had friends in town earlier this week, I was driving. We were down. It was like kind of warm out. We were going to Kith, so I was driving to the Kith store, and I get back out to my car and something happened. Like Catherine and I sit in the car and it's hot. I'm trying to turn it on to get the freaking AC. We couldn't get out of the car. It locked us in the car and nothing was working. Like nothing. The electronics completely went haywire. So I couldn't get out of the car. Finally was able to get out, and then everything coded. It was like a Christmas tree on the freaking dash. So everything was broken. Like headlights.
What year is your car again?
On. 2024.
2024. What's the model and make?
It's an Audi RS6.
Audi RS6. So this is the problem with people like my friend here. He likes to work on his own car and thinks he's a mechanic, electrician.
This has nothing to do with that.
I saw a picture of you with a laptop hooked up to your engine or some shit.
Right.
This is why your car is broken, because you don't let professionals. And then when he gives it to the professionals, they don't know what to do with it either. Seems like nobody in Texas knows how to work on it either.
Exactly. So I'd rather be the problem than give it to somebody to create.
Is your warranty like nuked now because of your fucking?
Depends. Yeah. Because the car's tuned, and car manufacturers don't like that. So. You have to cut this out because I don't want that on record.
I don't think that they'll ever find this.
You never know.
The FBI is not tracking you down for
not the FBI. I'm talking about the dealership.
I doubt they're going to be looking up this much information. They don't even know who you are. You spell your name totally different than what it is. I don't even know. Your social media names are the most confusing to me. I don't even know whenever I type in the search for it, I'm like, what the fuck? How many U's and X's or whatever the fuck he has in? I can't even.
It's not because of me. It's because the other names are taken that I couldn't do my standard name. So they were taken.
No, I'm just saying, it's like I can never. It takes me forever to find them, and I have to copy and paste them all the time or find whenever.
I want to make you work.
I mean, it's not that much work. It's there now. I kind of remember it. It's been a few months. But yeah, that's what we're talking about. Man.
This was good. This was a good video game episode. I could have kept talking. Man, I got so much video game.
I mean, there's more time. We still got early 2000s. Look, honestly, man, we can talk about whatever the fuck with these things, because I really want to. I want to stick to like our youth with it, but we went into that direction. But there's a lot of stories that tie into modern day stuff, man. It's a conversation, man.
It all takes it back.
I want to do it different. I see this stuff. I don't know if you watch a lot of these nostalgia shows, podcasts, documentaries. A lot of these people, they kind of just stay. It's kind of, yes, it brings a sense of nostalgia back, but it's not relatable because it's more informative. I mean, yes, you want to be informative, but you also want to have a good conversation about the stuff. And I think that's what people are really looking for.
Something because it triggers a memory. or an experience. I mean,
I know.
Honestly, I still remember, like, going back to the convenience stores. Like, I remember my friends' parents asking us to go get them cigarettes. Like, they would stay at home. They'd be like, "Yo, go ride your bike to the 7-Eleven and pick me up a carton of Pall Malls or 10 packs of freaking Lucky Strikes." Yeah, my friend's dad smoked a lot, and he traded baseball cards. He was a huge baseball collector. He would just sit at the kitchen, this huge dining room table, chain smoking cigarettes and going through baseball cards. I've never seen anything like it.
These cars aren't worth much now if they smell like smoke.
No. And then I had a friend that we should talk about the crazy stuff we did for our parents or friends' parents. I had a friend that I used to stay with a lot when I was driving. I was like 16, and he would wake us up at like 2 a.m. to go pick up toys at gas stations.
Like the Hess trucks. Remember the Hess trucks that ever came out about Christmas time? I used to get those all the time. They were great.
He always had us picking them up. We were never allowed to open them. I don't know. So it might have been a little shady what was going on, but we were never allowed to play with them.
He's reselling them.
Mm-mm.
Oh, he's using it to traffic drugs?
Let's just say he spent a good amount of time in prison.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
For something.
Hess was remember they had like their employee. I think they were the first like gas station that had like a kiosk. Or one of the first that had a kiosk because you had to buy the thing there, and then you go in there, and then they started the whole like gas station / convenience store setup. That like, it came from there. Because I remember we used to go to the Hess station, and we got the Hess. Do they still do the Hess truck?
I think so. I'm pretty sure they still do it.
That's fire.
I'm almost positive. That's such an icon for Hess. I mean, I can't see that ever going away.
I just truck toys. Yeah, 1995. HessTruck.com. Tradition toys. April 14th. Oh, they do plush toys now?
See, that sucks. Who wants a plush toy? No. You need the truck, like the tanker.
Yo, they had the talk about tankers. Wait, let me show this to you. What a time. Look at this shit, man. They just you just talk about the tanker. They did have a tank. Look at this. This is 2014, 20. And they had the fucking, this ain't getting through the Straits of Hormuz. This sure ain't getting through there without that $2 million toll. Come on, man. Imagine one of these little jump boats floating through that. Like, yo, $2 million. Your ass ain't getting
at least it's got a helipad for Trump to land on.
I know, right? You go pay that toll and some Bitcoin.
They could personally escort everyone through the Straits of Hormuz.
Oh my God! Look at these shits, yo. They got real intricate in 2014. That's fire, actually. This one reminds me of a
truck in the truck
sneaker. Truck in the truck. Yo, they have 2018. Looks like they put them out every 4 years or some shit.
Yeah, I guess these are super. I don't know anything.
2004.
Like, I don't know anything about Hess collectibles. I just remember going to pick them up.
50th anniversary, 2040. So I guess they put surprise. Oh, these are just releases. Do they have? They should just show like all of them here. Collector's edition 2026. So I guess they just still make them. But I had a few of these things. I don't know where they are. I'm sure they showed them in the trash or something right now. Yeah, I mean,
the Hess truck.
Well, I don't know. My parents, when my parents moved from one house to another, a lot of stuff just fell off the map.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't there to collect. My whole room, bro, back when I was growing up, I had posters and everything. They didn't take them off the wall and wrap them up. They just left it all there. They didn't.
Yo, my mom did me dirty, man. I went to college and she moved.
Yeah, that's what my parents did. I mean, they didn't do me dirty, but like I could.
Yeah, she didn't save any of my shit. She was like, trash, all of it.
It's fucked up. Well, they don't think you need. And then, like, after a while, you forget about it. Then you start thinking about it, like, oh, shit. Like, damn, I wish I had this. Because I used to have a graffiti book, and I ripped the pages out and hung them on my wall. And I used to draw shit. And I used to really be good. And I wish I still had some of that stuff, but I don't. Well, but I do have a lot of memories, man. I think, like, so. All right, next week, man, we got a lot of video games were fun. We're going to.
I got some ideas for us for next week. So
yeah, people leave comments, leave your stories.
Like, follow, subscribe.
Yeah, whatever YouTubers say.
like, follow, subscribe, hit that bell.
Hit the bell. We're on the podcast platforms too. If you like the audio, I have to check on the audio how that's doing. It's just
and I think so. Now you can release video to Apple.
Ooh, Apple Video. Can you do it through Buzzsprout though?
I don't know. It just recently updated to that, so
I have.
I don't think you can through Buzzsprout. I haven't been able to.
I have the. I claimed our podcast already on there. Oh, we got 5 downloads. Nice. 5 downloads. Shout out to whoever's been downloading it. Hope you subscribed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I only had 90 downloads
total.
No, and
last episode
in 30 days. Last 30 days.
Oh, okay.
90 downloads in a month.
That's good. My wife's well, they do better on YouTube. But, they do a lot.
I don't do so well.
Well, I mean, you're not talking about black women shit. If you started to, definitely people will start listening. I'm sure they would.
I don't know how that would fly, but
I mean,
if they want to have me as a guest on the show, I'm more than happy to weigh in on it.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Maybe. Who knows?
I'd have him on our show.
Oh no, I'm just saying everybody's welcome to come on the shows, but I'm just saying it's just I don't know if that platform is very welcoming to white males. And I ain't welcoming to males, period. I don't have a voice there either, and I'm on the I got some things to say, but they ain't trying to hear it. Unless I look like
stay
Oprah.
On the production side. You look like Oprah. Man. What?
Unless I look like Oprah.
Oh, I'm like,
or I transition to Oprah or whatever.
Not allowed.
Yeah.
It's against the rules. Anyway.
All right, brother.
Well, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
episode 2 in the books.
In the books, man. I'm going to put this out early. I got to edit tonight then.
Let's do it.
All right. I'll talk to you.
All right, brother.
Good.
Peace. You too.